Your first thought upon approaching the cliffs and beach at Aquinnah might be, what a lovely and serene place for a dinner and cocktail at sunset. But if you are a true local, a native of what is known as Martha's Vineyard, in other words, a member of the tribe called the Wampanoag, this place, also called Gay's Head, holds a very deep and sacred secret. These cliffs, according to Wampanoag legend, are imprinted with 100 million years of history. The island was called Noepi, and a giant from the tribe, a giant named Moshup, lived in a den at the bottom of these cliffs. The legend has it is that whales back in the days before they were fearful of getting captured or being attacked or being harpooned, they would swim close to shore, and Moshup the giant would wade out with his giant legs, and he would capture these whales and toss them against the cliffs, the walls of the cliffs, thereby giving the cliffs their deep red color. It's a legend that is held true and very seriously by locals of the Wampanoag who still live here in Aquinnah.
Moshup was the first schoolmaster. From his home on the cliff, he taught the people respect. He also taught us to be charitable. For when he had great stores of fish, he gave of his abundance.
In 1884, a tragic accident occurred very similar to the sinking of the Titanic more than a quarter century later. A ship called the City of Columbus foundered and sank off of this shore on a rock they call the Devil's Back, part of the Devil's Bridge, right on the site of Moshup's hunting ground. Mr. Hooper, do you see any geological or archaeological validation for the theory that the island's glacial moraine might be the only cause of some of these phenomena?
I never say only. We're talking about some traditionally unexplained phenomenon here.
Mr. Hooper, what do you think happened to the boat City of Columbus?
That's what the locals believe, what many of the locals here believe. This wasn't just a boat accident. It wasn't a propeller or a coral reef or friggin' Jack the Ripper or a large squalus, Carcharodon carcharias. It's unexplainable. What we have here is a perfect engine.
What do you mean by a perfect engine?
It's really a miracle of evolution.
Discounting the purely mystical and spiritual explanations, could there have existed a race of giants? It's even referenced in the Holy Bible, the one that's holy to major religions. And if so, where is the archaeological evidence for us to study? Some of it's being uncovered, but all of these discoveries are highly controversial.
There's so much evidence to discover that might explain some of the legends, but the land is protected and we're limited in what we can dig up legally.
Scholars, scientists, locals, shamans, so many are unable to fully explain the legends behind some of these phenomena. And now, underwater archaeology is about to get a big workout over underneath the lighthouse at Aquinnah at Gay Head. It's being moved back 150 feet because of the erosion of those very cliffs we just saw. What's underneath that lighthouse? With the new technology that archaeologists use, we've been discovering Bronze Age settlements, for example, that we never knew existed. What's over there, the cliffs at Aquinnah? Well, just a thought. Moshup. Is there something behind that name, perhaps? Maybe that name is short for something else. Mothership, perhaps? Well, yeah, you might find that funny, but the people who call Aquinnah home aren't laughing. I'm John Arkin, digging around. It's often or perpetually foggy in this area of Aquinnah. And legend has it that the fog is actually smoke from Moshup's pipe, Moshup the giant.